Are we good to go?
All right. Ready in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the Nickson and 8 podcast. This episode I'm really, really excited about because my good... Oh, sorry.
No, I know. I was going to apologize because we've been telling everybody that my wife was going to come through.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I think she got COVID, so apologies. But yeah, super excited about this.
She's been sick for a while, though.
She has, yeah. So
at what point do you go... Have you been to the hospital?
No, not yet. Probably today after the podcast.
Yeah. Hey, look at you putting the podcast first.
Well, no, but this is also equally as special. I mean, not up there with marriage, but, you know, it's definitely up there with something that I want to learn the art of. That's why I'm excited about, I guess, today.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm so excited because I got a good friend of mine on the show who no longer is just a friend of the show. He's a part of the team. Please welcome Mr. Zeke.
Zeke, what's up, mate?
I added Mr. there for no reason.
Nah, it makes him more professional because, Zeke, for so long, I don't know if you've been listening to the podcast, but, you know, Nate's always been, you know, dangling this fish in front of us.
It's a carrot.
Oh, carrot. Not the fish.
Not the fish on this, man.
About his professional gambling mates.
We call him a sports bettor.
A sports bettor. A professional sports bettor.
I feel like when you talk about gambling, the odds are way out the gate. But Zeke here is someone that I learned a lot of. Unfortunately, because, you know, all my betting accounts have been suspended, but I don't know who. I get to live through Zeke here, who is going to help us make some money.
Yeah. I mean, very grateful for your generosity to share your knowledge with us. How long have you been doing it for now, Zeke?
Casually since around 2018.
2018, oh yeah.
Yeah, but taking it serious around 2020, around lockdown.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and nothing else to do, eh?
Yeah, nothing else.
True.
Wins money.
When did you decide, like, how did you know?
Wait, your gambling wins money?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. My man. Sorry, I thought I heard that wrong then. I was like, hey, what? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you're honest.
Yeah. I just need you a little bit louder.
Oh, yeah.
I forget just mic. Okay. So 2020, you decided to take this serious. Like, what was the spark that made you go, shit, I might be good at this?
I think it was around 2019, 2018, seeing other people place their bets.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, what the hell are they doing? That's a stupid bet.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll try it. I was already into footy and MMA.
Yeah.
So I thought I might as well, you know, have a punt.
Yeah.
Started winning a bit of money and then, yeah.
So those are your two sports that you're quite confident in is MMA, the UFC, and then rugby.
Yeah, rugby league.
Oh, rugby league. Okay. Yeah.
What is your background with those sports? Because I've never really talked to you about it, but you're quite the athlete coming up, right? And don't be shy about this.
Yeah. What's the story?
Yeah.
Oh no, just grew up playing footy. Failed rugby league player. Played overseas a little bit. Got injured, typical ACL injury. So started into jiu-jitsu after my brother was doing it.
Yeah.
And yeah, just all from there. It's helped a lot, the grappling aspect with MMA, especially knowing who's good, you know, when you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are pretty casuals when it comes to that part. They just think, oh, what are they doing on the ground?
Yeah.
Just stand up. But yeah, no, that's...
How much knowledge do you need for these sort of sports? Like, are you watching like old footage like constantly? Is that your like 9 to 5? Just sitting there watching, you know, old fights, old games?
Yeah.
Not
9 to 5, but yeah, a lot of my time is watching old footage, like especially when coming up to a weekend of betting.
Yeah.
You want to just, you know, refresh your mind and look at old bets. What happened in this fight? Why did I do that?
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah.
You know when bets go wrong, and you know, like you've studied it the whole time, and then you see what happened, when you look back at it, was it accounted for? Was it a possibility that something like that could happen, especially like in UFC? You know, like that Leon Edwards fight?
Yeah, that's a good example, actually.
Yeah.
What happened?
I noted that down.
Yeah, what happened?
So that's a good example of a thing where, you know, not all winning bets are good bets. So I think for about the fight's 25 minutes, championship fight, for 24 minutes he was getting his ass whooped.
Yeah.
So who was Leon fighting again?
Kamaru Usman.
Kamaru Usman. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's getting ragdolled the whole fight, and then he pulls a head kick out in the last minute. And everyone's celebrating, parading their bets. Like, I made a good bet. That's not a good bet. You know,
Yeah.
I would, when the fights extend like that, that's when you see what is a good bet, what's a bad bet. Because some people think like they get their fighter that they bet on gets KO inside a minute, and they will think, oh yeah, that's a good bet. I made a good bet. But really,
That was
you
all
don't-
luck, eh?
Yeah, not luck, but we can't really tell until a fight extends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, what's a common mistake for a casual bettor? Because you hear and you see someone get caught a casual all the time on Twitter. They're like, oh, you're a casual, or you're a casual.
Spike.
Spike from Swidit.
Oh, sort of. Him catching strays on the podcast. No, but yeah, I feel like there's quite a few people, and I think, you know, it's always right to premise it by saying we're not encouraging people to gamble money, but I mean, if you're gonna do it, we want you to be educated in how you do it. So yeah, casual bettors.
I think the main one is just the 12-leg multis.
So
that people love.
you're always been like off multis, eh? It's not your vibe, eh?
Not offer. Like I'll dabble in them like for fun, like every now and then. But I think that's how the bookies. I think you ask any bookie, that's how they make most of their money. Is off long shot ones that people are trying to win lotto numbers off $20, $5.
Yeah, because people see the end return.
Yeah. So the more you add, the more chance of it's gonna.
Because I see the Americans and they call those multis lottos.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. It's just like buying a lotto ticket.
Yeah. I've heard the saying that's been going around. I think I've added this to one of my buzzwords because I think I heard you say it. Lamborghini parlay, Lambo parlay.
Yeah.
What's the deal with a Lambo parlay bet?
It's basically just what I just said. Just long shot. What's going to get you a Lamborghini?
A Lamborghini. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know, someone watching this is probably thinking, you know, I need to see this guy's CV. You know, like on a good weekend, like on your best weekend, what have you won, and what would the bankroll would have been to get that win?
Oh shucks! I don't know. There's obviously people out there that I know in this country that make a lot more money.
Yeah.
But for me, it would be, I don't know, probably around 2 weeks ago, I think, or a couple weeks ago, it's 8K off from about $1,000. Just single bets.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's all right. That's a good return, man.
Especially your single bets, eh?
Yeah. And what was that off? MMA and rugby league?
MMA, rugby league. There was good boxing as well.
Are the people that you're talking about as well that have made more money than you, do they have the same sort of techniques as what you use on a weekly basis?
Yeah. A handful of them would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're low-key.
Did you have to, is it like one of those things where you have to naturally, like you're naturally gifted in picking the right odds, or like was there a lot of training before you actually got your routine in place to be able to be?
Nah, man, at the start I was losing a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't just always won money like that. If anyone tells you that, they're lying. That's a red flag, man.
Yeah.
Yes, there are some dark days.
When
Like-
you see people only celebrate wins, right? They're never going to celebrate the losses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
What's the ratio though? Do you reckon, 60-40 wins over losses, or nah, for you personally?
I think lately it's been a bit better.
Yeah.
I think about 70-30.
Oh, man, that's
Yeah,
good.
but
really
there are cold streaks you go on, which happens in this. There's a lot of big discrepancies. Like you make the right read, you studied it, but that fighter doesn't show up 100%. They don't follow their path to victory, or even harder is in rugby league where you got to rely on 13-70 guys.
Yeah.
Some of them just suck.
Does your family know what you do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They love
Okay.
it. Yeah, they love it. Especially when they're getting money.
So an average week, because you can make a living off this if you're disciplined, right?
Yeah.
So on a normal week where there is UFC and rugby league, running your single bets, what would you walk away with, and what would you be happy with? Say, that's just another week in the bag.
Yeah, like
not
weekly average.
extreme, but yeah.
Anything $2,000 and up.
Oh man, that's $100K salary.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy acting like he's not good at maths. When you're placing bets down, I've always been interested in this because, odds change. When would someone like you or people that do this, like on the regular basis, like when's the right time to put a bet down? Do you do it just before the game, or are you doing it like a couple of days out, same day of?
Yeah, there's a weird thing like that you think, so you see lines come out, weeks prior. If you think sometimes you get on early, that's going to be the right time. But it's just like the stock market, it could drop any time. It's that fighter would have a injury that you wouldn't know of, and there would be inside info on the bookies.
Yeah,
they'd price that way up, and you're like, oh, why is it going up? I'll add more. But little do you know, that's just one example of
like a red flag kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people think there's heaps of luck involved, but with these betting agencies and the algorithms that they have to figure out the info that they get, the inside information, like when you watch a game and you see the total for a rugby league game is 40 points, it's almost like half a point every time within margin. So a point over or a point under, and people are thinking it's random when it's really not.
No, definitely not random. They know what they're doing. Things like if there's low level, especially in MMA, when there's unknown guys, there's in MMA there's not a big database for them to cap off, especially if you got like an unknown Brazilian guy who's got like a 4-0 record. They can't go back and look at all those fights, and they got no time to do that. So they kind of open the books kind of close, and they'll let the sharp guys see where all the money's going, and then they'll adjust it.
So they'll wait for the first lot of bidders to come through.
When it's situations like that, like low level MMA guys who have done their study and they know what they're doing. But things like football, American football, where there's a big history, big database, they know
goes back 60 years. Those guys,
MMA is still feeling you.
What's the I mean, you've obviously talked to us about like what you feel like you're the strongest in of MMA and rugby league. But what's the hardest sport to bet on? Like, if people were going to place money down on a sport, like what's one or two that you would go, nah, it's too hard, like too hard to read?
Probably, I don't know about too hard to read. I think it all depends on getting good odds. Like if you know the lines. I mean, like things I don't even watch, like golf. I could do a quick study and see the algorithm, and if it's a good line, I think I'll put a small bet on. But I think hard is basketball.
There's that
for me, because I don't watch a lot of basketball. When I do, I quite know a little bit, but not a whole lot. You just seeing, you bet on rebounds. Some guy half jumps, you just I don't want to go for that.
And that screws your bet.
Or the team blows the team out. They sit all their best players, and so I think hard in that. That side.
And so most people would find basketball hard just because of that?
I think so. For me, that anyway.
It's crack about 4 years ago. I did this, I don't know jack shit about UFC, and I did this $50 multi. And I think I remember I called you and I said, and I was sitting at 10 grand cash out. And I think the next fight was Bam Bam. And this guy's going, cash it out. I was like, nah, it's Bam Bam. Because, I'm like, hey, he's a Samoan. He'll probably knock the other guy out. And this guy's begging me, hey, cash it out. Because if it wins, then it goes to 20 grand. I lost it.
Wait, when was that?
I was like 2021.
Man, so I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to say it anyway. But Nate's got, I've got a long history of watching Nate gamble, Zeke. This guy used to have a spreadsheet open, like a full-on Excel spreadsheet. Every morning would just be ready to do the My Morning Crew show. Nate would be like, look at my bets for today. And he would have like this full Excel spreadsheet. And then the next day we'll be like, what happened? He goes, good day. But no one's getting coffee today. It was okay. It was all right. But you could never judge it.
You know what I suck it into? Those
Maltese, bro. You're the one who got me on Maltese.
I know. But those guys you see on Twitter who put up their winning plays, and then you find out, I only found out recently that they were photoshopping their winning plays, but you pay them $10 a month to get their plays.
But they were photoshopping them.
They were photoshopping the wins to suck you into paying them $10 a month.
Oh no!
And they're driving their Lambos on Instagram, going, "Hey, don't forget to pay your $10 a month."
Oh, that sounds like Loom. Sounds like those pyramid scheme plans.
So overall, if I was to recap the last little bit we're talking about, if you wanna be profitable, multi is never the way to go. It's
There's some guys. There's one guy, Canadian guy, who does make a profit off doing that long term, but in general, I don't think it's a very profitable long-term way of betting.
And like you said, it's like playing lotto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those guys, the research they put in, it's like Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
And then the guys that we know, just casuals, are just looking at the game on a TV guide, going, oh, Melbourne Storm versus the Knights, 13 plus, but then it was a close game. Yeah.
So I think, to stay safe, just do your studies, man. The more you watch, then just, stop wiki capping. Wiki capping's a term where you just look at stats, their records, but they're padded, a lot of them. Just to do your own studies. It's okay to pass on a bet. I think that's the hardest part. People don't know. They just think they have to make a play. But passing on a bet is a real skill.
Discipline, eh?
Yeah, discipline.
What do you think of when you see people like Drake out there like betting on cricket? Like he's just betting on the favourite and hoping for the best. But do you see many people do that?
Yeah, I think that's a celebrity thing at the moment.
Yeah.
People stake are paying celebrities to post adverts for them.
Oh, really?
Like they're making slips, or making bets, but nah.
Yeah.
I think Izzy's all right.
Yeah.
He doesn't look realistic, so I would believe him.
Yeah.
And Drake's got that money, but I don't think it is.
Man, so it's just so risky, eh? Sometimes you don't want to part with the little money that you have.
Yeah.
But then you want to be able to have fun with it too.
Yeah.
But knowing when to cash out, I think is probably like the most discipline. That and passing on a bet, right?
Yeah.
Like knowing when enough is enough, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that you're sitting here, we've kind of talked about this in passing before.
Are you ready for it?
Because we're really putting all our names on the line here.
Yeah.
But I just believe it's possible. Like 100% believe it's possible.
My name's on the line by association. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. How hard is it for us to get to 100K?
Off. Oh, we're gonna tell them our starting bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did we agree on before?
We agreed on 1,000.
$1,000.
But I've been mowing some lawns last week, and I reckon we start at 10,000.
$10,000.
Yeah.
And you want to make? Okay. Yep.
So if we go, what we want to do is a road to 100K.
Yeah.
Actually, let's start back at 1,000.
Yeah. I was like, man, this guy. Eh?
Yeah.
So $1,000.
Let's start at $1,000, and then week one is 1,000. We place a single bet, or maybe a healthy two-legger, and then we go to 2,000.
None of this liability falls on you, by the way. If we lose it, we lose it.
If we lose it, we lose it.
Yeah.
So 1,000 1 week, week 2, 2,000, week 3, 4,000, week 4, 8,000.
That's the projected. That's the projected plan.
So are you placing the whole 1,000?
Yep.
Yeah.
And when you get to 2,000, you place the whole 2,000?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. But then if we lose the 1,000, then obviously we're back to 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got budget for it.
Yeah. Yeah. We figured out the maths on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, there will be some point where Nate and I will probably have to have a team talk and go, hey, there's enough now. That's enough.
No, but once we get over 10K, then we'll all have a discussion as a team with the listeners and go, do we give it away or do we carry on? Do we go for 20 grand? And then we have another discussion.
Yeah.
Let's have a vote. Do we cash it out? But that money we give away.
And so with all the subscribers, we have like a board meeting. And then we decide from there what the future of that money is.
Yeah.
Sweet.
When we get to those milestones. So yeah, $1,000 is the starting bet. I got the TAB app on me now. But you don't. Well, what's the deal with TAB? Are you using TAB or nah?
I haven't used it in a while.
Okay.
But they've just moved over.
They moved over to Aussie TAB.
I think it's Inton.
Yeah, it's changed now. It's like a whole new logo. And Nate doesn't have a file.
I just want to say that we are in no way affiliated with any betting agency. There's no sponsorship here.
No way.
I fucking hate all those guys. I want to rob them.
Yeah, you can't get into your accounts. That's why they're taking it off you.
Fuck them all. Like that's why I want us to take all their money and give it out.
Yeah.
Because if they're robbing people, we'll rob them.
Yeah. Oi, look at you being Robin Hood.
But give me a percentage.
Okay, so I'll let you guys decide which format you wanna or which service you wanna use.
Should we go bet 365?
Yeah, up to you.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's my main one.
Yeah.
That's another Aussie one too, eh?
English.
Oh, English. Oh, okay. International gamblers. International sports bettors.
Should we start it this week?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But we need to agree on what sport we're gonna.
Fuck.
Because there's.
I reckon they're two sports. Because I UFC and rugby league.
Yeah, there's a good schedule coming up
Yeah.
lately. I think if you started last week, it would have been. I lost 1,500 last week, so that was my worst week. This
Okay,
year.
good. Okay,
So-
we got that out of the way before we jumped on.
Yeah.
Is that your worst week?
This year, yeah, on a while. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. Actually, because we're moving locations in a couple of weeks, and we can't really. Fuck, because it'd be good to do this on a Friday, eh?
Before the sports are
Before
happening.
the sports, and then on the Monday. Because the plan is once we move to our new setup, that we do this every day. Not bet every day, but every Friday we discuss which sport we're going to bet on.
Yeah.
We discuss how much we're putting down.
Yep.
And then on the Monday, we review our losses or our wins.
Or our wins.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
celebrate
yeah.
or cry. Up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, who? Oh, can we use your account for the bet 365? Because you can't. You're not eligible for one.
I tried to be tricky and then
Sign up with a different name. Use your Samoan name instead.
I tried to set up another one, and then our fraud detection team has noticed this IP. I was like, oh shit.
Did TAB ever ring you back?
Nah, eat asses.
Yeah, because they said they were going to.
Yeah.
About trying to reactivate your account.
I went into one of their stores.
Oh,
and they
no,
said they
not that.
I went in and something must have come up on the screen. They said, oh, you can't talk to us about this. You have to talk to us on the phone. I was like, I'm here. Why can't you just tell me why you won't give me an account? Obviously, we know why.
Yeah.
But
Say it to my face, man. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so yeah, we're going to sort out that betting platform for us.
yeah,
Then we'll start next week.
yeah.
We'll start with $1,000. Zeke will help us with a sport. And what, 2-leg bet? And then
Because we just want to get to $2 odds, eh? So
just a double.
Yeah, it's a double. Yeah.
Just a
yeah,
double
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
just to double it. Because it could be like a try score, eh? You reckon?
No,
Nah.
they do try scores.
They do try
Head
scores.
head to head, or the handicap. This is the spread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The head-to-heads never really pay out that good, though, because the favourites are always so... Like,
but
it's
if
so
you're
clear.
Finding a line that's good.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon. Yeah. Like last week, I hate the Warriors. No, I hate Warriors fans.
Yes. Oh, no. Welcome to the
I
club.
like the Warriors.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate Warriors.
I like the
fans.
boys in the team. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
They're
Hard
yeah.
all
out. Got a lot of
good.
love
Yeah.
for the boys in the
Yeah,
team.
yeah. But the fans, oh.
They're just you're. I mean, if you're a fan, you're chaotic. You're hectic.
They're casuals. They're the definition of casuals, eh? The Warriors.
What do you
fans.
mean?
Like, they'll come up against, like, a team that's really good, and then they'll be like, we're going to win by 14, 15 plus. And I'm like, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So
like last week was a good example. They were like open $2.50 against the Cowboys, who had all these Origin players out. And the Warriors were getting all their players back except for Sean Johnson and I can't remember who else. And I bet them pretty heavy. And that was a good example of a bad line. So, you don't always have to bet favourites.
yeah. Okay.
But
yeah.
then again, sometimes there is value on a favourite.
When you see, when the Warriors started first getting all these injured players,
Yeah.
right, and then like Sean was out, RTS was out,
Yeah.
and like as a pro gambler, pro sports bettor, do you look at that and do you pass on that when you saw that first team announced? Do you normally just pass?
Yeah, or just find another angle.
Oh yeah,
Like, look at total points or the over-under. Usually look at things like the Eagles had a funny stat where they were dropping off games at the 49th minute.
oh okay, yeah.
It was crazy. It was like, I think 9 games out of their 13 or something like that.
They would just give up at 49 minutes.
Comes to the 49th minute, they're just getting blown out.
Oh.
And that was with Mitchell Moses out, but
Yeah.
but still,
Oh.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Well,
Wait,
even
like-
for you just to pick that up, it's actually
Yeah.
quite interesting.
But things like that, normal bettors won't look at, eh? So like a team like the Eels might be up 12 plus.
Yeah.
And then you'd know, oh shit, the 49 minutes coming up. Is that when you bet heavy? Because I see you bet live.
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
like live betting. Live betting's really profitable.
Yeah.
Still a untouched market kind of for rugby league.
Yeah. What, live betting?
Yeah, live
Right.
betting. Yeah, because they're still adjusting. It's still kind of new betting in rugby league.
Yeah.
So they're getting their live odds real wrong. Like getting better, but yeah, it's still quite bad.
Oh yeah. So there's still like a real good avenue to be making some good money in that.
Yeah, if
in
you
that
can
realm.
read simple parts of rugby league,
Mm.
you can just see what's off you know.
So live betting during the State of Origin last week would have been crazy, eh? After the 8th minute.
Yeah.
Like it would have changed drastically at that point, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people that watch rugby league but don't actually know rugby league, like myself, like you know how you guys are players and you understand channels and you know which players running off which half and centre matchups, wing matchups and stuff like that. Because a lot of us will just see a name and just base our bet off reputation, like Reece Walsh, you know, and they're playing a stink team but he doesn't score.
Yeah.
Like is that something you take into account, like individual matchups against opposition or?
Yeah, 100%. I do what player's going to be marking who.
Yeah.
Kind of look at the stats of where this team is leaking their tries from, which side of the field, the other team's scoring their tries, and vice versa. Yeah, that comes into play. And then looking at odds, trying to get the right odds.
Yeah. This is exciting.
I know, and it's quite refreshing too, because you know when you think of like a sports bettor, I always like think you guys are wearing fedora hats and carrying your magazines around, you know, carrying your little book around, and but no, it's quite refreshing to know that that we got someone like you on our side.
So thanks for having me, man.
No, we're excited. So again, I think I just want to reiterate what Nick said. Like, we're not condoning betting, and we're not asking for you to like pay us for any like bets or anything. We just want to go on this ride together because I feel like we can make this happen.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when we get that that money, we get that.
Not the coin. Who even are you, man? Are you saying the bomb as well?
When we reach that point, fuck, it's going to be awesome to give it away.
Oh, yeah, hard out.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, you know, people are betting anyway. So at least, you know, you get some, you know, more education around it. So then people aren't just throwing money away thinking that they're going to find financial freedom, you know?
So
no, it is important. Like, people are going to bet anyway, but just bet what you can afford to lose. Like, that's, you know, people are just losing their paychecks. But if you just don't know, just stop betting, man. I wouldn't encourage it. Yeah. Honestly.
Well, that's the other thing I wanted to ask about. Like, I always hear about professional sports bettor saying what a proper bankroll is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say your income is, I don't know, $700 a week after tax, and you want to get into betting. Your bankroll will probably be like what, $5 a week, $10 a week.
But with all
it'll be a little bit more.
I don't know.
But again, it's what you, as long as you can pay for your necessities.
Yeah.
And all that's covered first.
Yeah.
It's whatever's left over, right?
Yeah.
If you're willing,
It's just tough because, like anything else, there are people that get addicted.
Yeah.
We take no liability for that, but you
No,
know,
exactly
we're
right.
just trying to give you the skills so you don't fall into a trap. So like, don't. And if you are worried, let us know, man. We'll sort it out.
Yeah, we'll give you some numbers that you can call.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just doing it for a bit of fun and hopefully to make that money so then we can give it away.
Yeah.
And learn a few things along the way too. Yeah.
We hit that 100K and then we see Zeke in Vegas say, hey!
Well, then the podcast just stops. Like, see you all. Oh, man, I'm excited. I mean, like, let's be honest though. Are we all prepared for like little speed bumps?
100%.
Like, if we lose in the first round,
Yeah.
and then we're like, okay, we're like negative $1,000. We got to push through that.
So wait, this is the other thing I'm nervous about, because you know how if you place a bet on a Friday, you know, some people with influence, they change the line, and then you know stupid shit happens, and then your bet doesn't end up coming through. Is it better to not announce the bet, or what would you think?
So we just say we've just placed a bet.
Yeah.
If you're giving tips out, you have to be transparent and give that line out early.
Yeah.
Like if you take the bet personally and you announce it
After.
like a couple of days later and the line's already changed, you shouldn't be giving that bet out because it's unavailable to people you're giving it to.
Oh, look at the morals. The moral standards.
It's new to me to have morals.
So why do I have to be honest?
Okay, transparency. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So we either don't say it or we say it when we make the bet.
Because we got to do it on Friday to give people a heads up saying,
Yeah, we
hey,
can-
this is where our money's going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's enough games to do that, you know, to give that bet on a Friday. Doesn't matter, you know. Like the Titans line, minus 2.5 against the Tigers. That line was gone within minutes when the team list came out.
Yeah.
Okay. When we place these bets too, like if you don't mind, like 'cause so then I can understand, because I love understanding like formulas and why.
Yeah.
Like you explaining it on why we're making this bet would actually be real interesting too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, just so then I understand, so then I can explain to my wife.
So I think moving forward, once we move, like Zeke will be with us on our socials on a Friday, but once we move to the new studio, we'll do that, and then on the weekend we'll probably live stream
Us watching the games.
us watching the game, and then just checking to see if our bet hits, and then
Not the live, I'm seeing us all just cry in the corner. I'm excited, man. I'm very excited. We're gonna learn like a new skill set. Skill set.
not the live of seeing what furniture to pawn.
Dollar dealers.
Hey, shout out to my boys at Dollar Dealers, by the way.
Why?
Huh?
Oh, have you caught up with him lately?
Nah, I drove past them the other day, but
Which one did you used to go to?
Avondale.
Oh yeah, because the guys in Henderson know who you are too.
Yeah, 'cause they go, hey, whose drill is this? You asked too many questions.
Where's the serial number? All right. Hey, Zeke, thanks so much,
No, I
man.
appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.